What happened, baby?
Look away.
I'll look around until I found someone who laughs like you.
So Cruz was very quiet, so I didn't think he was working. So I came to investigate, and I found this. He made a friend, honey.
Yeah, it looks like my cat.
He does look like Spirit.
It's got 2 different colour eyes, exactly the same.
Oh wow, look how friendly you are.
Alright, so to give a bit of context into the legs in the air, we're fixing the last little thing that actually needs repairing, which is the ceiling in the wardrobe of bedroom 1. The boys are currently... So it's not even necessarily all of it that needs replacing, it's just that little section. Alright, so we'll cut out the space that we need, we'll work out the measurements, and we'll go get some more drywall and patch the wardrobe. So it's off to the shops. Yeah, so just get whatever else you need to actually secure. Alright, we'll see you soon. Bye. They go on 5 minutes. So I've let the boys go with my credit card so that they can go buy what we need in order to fix the ceiling in that wardrobe so that I can keep painting while we're here. So fingers crossed they come back with only what's required and not a car full of candy and booze and God knows what else. So we'll see how that goes and we'll see how much I can get done while they're not here.
All I need is some sunshine in my life. Oh, all I need is some sunshine in my life. Oh, all I need is some sunshine in my life.
So we're going for an early morning bike ride down to Starbucks. Wow, it's cold. It's colder than I thought.
All I need is some sunshine in my life. Oh, all I need is some sunshine in my life. Oh, all I need is some sunshine in my life. Oh, all I need.
2 hours later.
Alright, so we were in there for a couple of hours, now we're heading back to finish off whatever's left of renovating. I much prefer the bike back from Starbucks than to Starbucks. It's all downhill, so it's a lot less effort.
All I need is some sunshine in my life. Oh, all I need is some sunshine. Hey, listen. Lonely, not when you hold me, not when you, not when you hold me.
Okay guys, we did this exact same walkthrough about a month ago now, I think it was, a month to 5 weeks. We're done. We've actually finished it. So we wanted to go through now and do exactly what we did the first time, just to really be able to give you an idea of the difference that is now Euclid Avenue. It's probably more for my benefit, but I'll go through and I'll list everything we did as well, because for people that aren't actually renovators, they may not realize exactly how much work has gone into this. They may just, you know, see that it just looks cleaner, but there's actually so much that's gone through. The yard is now beautiful. It's all, obviously before it was so unmaintained and one side was longer than the other. It's now been done enough times that it's all back in sync again. Obviously this porch side was red and that side was a slightly darker grey. We've now gone through and it's all the same. This was broken. It was brown, so we had to use Quick Mix to get it all back up to scratch again. And then same with that part. half over there, it was cracking a lot more than what it is now. Okay. I'm not scared this time. Ready? We've now got, where do you even start? All new blinds throughout. These were a horrible grey, greeny cream colour. They're now all white and everything obviously matches. New doorstop, new door seal, tightened all the locks. Obviously paint everywhere, new light shade. Light actually works. When we came in, this light wasn't working. And that's just the entry room. Okay, next room, dining. Basically same sort of deal, obviously needed a really good clean. Light fitting, this was also different to the first one, so we've now got the same light fittings throughout the entire house. Security system, windows all good and working, they just need new codes. All new, the power points were all placed again, same with the blinds. Basically, so everything matches throughout. Into our kitchen. This was probably one of the bigger changes. The kitchen initially, it was so old. And like, don't get me wrong, it's not brand new now, but just by giving it a really, really good clean, taking off all the old door handles, we obviously couldn't salvage them, so we've bought new ones, something a little bit more modern just to bring it up a little bit. The difference just makes me so happy. It's definitely come a long way and it's so much cleaner. We scrubbed every tile. We scrubbed that fridge inside and out. The oven, you've already seen the difference in the oven. We had to put that in there earlier. We had a few electrical problems in this room. Very proud of myself. We managed to get that all fixed without an actual electrician. Okay, in this room, the ceiling, it had so many gaps in it. It's not funny. We fixed all that up. These glass sections were so dirty. Now they let in so much light and the sun sets this way, so all the light comes through into the kitchen now. It's really, really beautiful in the afternoons. I think that's about it for this one. It's only a tiny room, you wouldn't want there to be much more. Smoke alarms, we put new smoke alarms in every single room. There's a new fire extinguisher. Am I doing the basement now? Okay, look at that. So before we even walk down, it doesn't smell like it did when we first came in, because we've had the air filter on it the entire time we've been here. It's now all been painted again, whether it's the dark on the walls. We painted the stairs because they weren't actually painted. Now it all just matches nicely. Same with all of the walls, the ceiling. And then if you come down, as you can hear, we've got the air filter going and we'll keep that going while we're gone. It's clean, it's dry, it doesn't smell now. We've swept it so many times that it's no longer dusty. It's functional in here now, like you can store stuff down here. It's 100% on what it was. Like, it's not a problem to be down here anymore. Okay, so we'll head upstairs. Just take a moment to look at this. Just how dirty just this wall alone was. It's all repainted. The scrubbing on this was crazy. And then just have it all repainted again, same with all the stairs. Okay, the bathroom. Look at it, it's white. So in the bathroom, we redid all the seals. We had a new toilet seat. We've painted everything. Initially, some of the railing and just like the little feature pieces were brown. Why you'd put brown in a bathroom to make it look so dirty is beyond me. But obviously all those are now white and it just makes it so much brighter in here because it's such a tiny space. So you want to make it look as big as possible. Shower curtains done. Everything just needed a really good scrub. Now that it's that bit brighter and it's clean, it's a lot more inviting. And it's perfectly fine for a tenant. Okay, bedroom 1. This, you'll probably remember me saying, was my least favorite room. Now, because it was my least favorite, it's now my favorite because it's all done. We have new blind. It had none before. It's got a light now. All the, be it ceiling, walls, floors, skirting, trim, all of it's been redone. The door didn't actually close purely because the hole in the door frame and the actual door didn't line up. Why someone would have done that in the first place is beyond me. We've also put a lock. This is access to the plumbing. This door wouldn't shut before, so we put a lock on that. And then one of the main structural problems we had, if you remember, was this. It was like falling down. So we've now gone through, cut out everything that was falling, and we've made it flush again, and then we've been able to go get another piece of gyprock or drywall and push it back up there, seal it all off, screw it in and repaint it, and now you wouldn't even know that there was a problem previously. So this, when we first walked in, other than being covered in dirt, was they'd filled it with, I don't even know what it's called, but it was all bumpy and it was huge and it was ugly and it looked like this big growth coming out of the floor. So we've been able to file all that back, refill it with an actual wood filler, and then we've been able to paint over it again. It took a couple of coats, but it's now completely flush again. Why they didn't do that in the first place, I'll never know, but now it looks great. This is bedroom 2. So in here, like most of the other bedrooms, light fittings, smoke alarms, blinds, head to toe in paint. But the main thing we needed to fix in here was the wardrobe. We've been able to fix it again now, so it all works perfectly. And our last room is bedroom 3. Just like all the rest of it, had all the basics done. But yeah, now it's bright, it's a lot more inviting. Okay, that's pretty much the house. We'll head outside now and have a look. So you would have already seen a lot of the before and afters with the yard. That was one of the things we did really early on, just to make sure it actually looked lived in. I don't think we filmed it, but the stairs were horrible. They were just, you know, run down concrete. So we've gone through and we've painted all of those as well. Same with the hand railings. We also needed a new bit for the handrail as well. Look how pretty and green it all is now. The only section that's still growing back is where we had our fire in the middle. That'll take a week, be fine again. It's just so much nicer than what it was. So all of these have been trimmed back, and with the maintenance now they'll actually stay that way. Into the shed. We didn't get footage of this, probably because it was going to be too dark and too scary looking, kind of like the basement. There was a couch in here, there was trash, it was dirty, there was animals in here, like it was just not somewhere you wanted to go, so I don't think we got any footage of it. We've now painted this. This door, they didn't have the lock for this, or they didn't have the key for the lock. So instead they'd taken the hinges off and the door was all skew to the side, it wasn't even painted. We had to buy a new lock and a new latch for it. Cut the old one off so we could actually pull the door off. We've painted the door, we've put new hinges on so the door actually can swing, so you can actually get inside to see what was there. And now you have a fully functioning garage now. This roller door, a couple of the rollers weren't happening, so when you'd go to pull it off it would half want to like fall down, so it was definitely dangerous, not something you would use. Probably why this area was so neglected. So that took us a little bit of work. It was probably a 3-person job instead of the 2, but we were able to fix the roller door, so all of that works perfectly fine now, so that this space, now that it's clear, can easily fit a car as well as a few other bits and pieces. So you've got a safe, secure place now. And just heading around to the front now. Again, we've painted this, cleaned it all up. Initially, I would have mentioned it when we did the first lot of maintenance, but there was trees along here that you probably wouldn't have even realized that the garage door was broken because you couldn't get to it because the trees were so high around it. So either way, you weren't going to use the shed. Now, however, it's all fully functional. It's just, especially in areas like this where you don't have a lot of land, it's so good to be able to secure your car. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. Like, obviously I've done stuff like this before, but it's nice to actually be able to share it with you guys. But for now, we will just take a breather and enjoy what we've done. I'm super proud of us. I think we did good. I need a massage and I need to get my nails done.
So I've been waiting for this for a while now. We can actually like say something about it.
It's been so difficult to not mention this and our excitement in any of the previous vlogs.
So we're just currently at the airport waiting waiting to fly to Los Angeles, and then we're going to New Zealand. Yeah.
So we were planning on spending a lot more time in America this time around. However, because we heard this family reunion was coming up, and Cruz hasn't seen his direct family in a good 6 months now.
It's been about 7 years, I think, since I was back in Gisborne.
Oh, since you were back home, yeah.
Yeah, about 7 years. It'd be really good to actually go back to my hometown and show this one the sticks where I came from. I managed to keep it a secret from my parents, So yeah, don't tell anyone. So all my family back home are in on it, so that's really good. So hopefully I get a big reaction out of my mum. She really misses me, so I think she's going to cry. I bet she will.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I hope we get it on camera.
So we've got a 3-hour flight to LA and then a 13-hour flight to NZ. So we rock up at about, you say it was like 8 in the morning or something?
It's a lot of effort. They better like me.
Yeah, and then we drive from Auckland to Gisborne. So long road ahead.
But the scenery, it's going to be an amazing week. And then we'll head back to America in a couple of months' time, and we'll keep going with the next house we were looking at. But for now, this is like the next step of our adventure is New Zealand.